survive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to.
It's week 3 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Rams' athletic corner. He got the QB not once, but twice last week with a pair of interceptions. It's the Rams and the Packers on Monday night.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we wrap up week 3 with a good Monday nighter here between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Rams. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Rams offense ready. They're backed up to start their initial drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Matt LaFleur loudly voicing his objections to that previous call. He's going to throw out the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Back to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Second and 9 now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what the opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up first and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. The tackle made by DeMar Hamlin.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
A gain of 3. Brings up second and
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now third and goal.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Dalton Schultz, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said, better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So now it's the Packers' turn to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. An inside give to Jones. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 17 carries, 90 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
They'll look to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. This defense for the Rams, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They go play action here on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw here. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage. And that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And some space here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 31 yards there and a 1st down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Right back to him on 1st down. To about the 26 here. 2nd and 6. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Packers have 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and
on 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Back to throw again. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 4. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packers with the football here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Airing this one out for Evans. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Rams are going to get the football here at their own 23. He's fresh off the wire, already making an impact as expected. He's such a dynamic player.
And I'm still trying to figure out how it took so long for someone to sign this guy. We've all known his potential. We've all known the impact he's had in the league. But now that he's here, look out.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Wide open receiver complete. Finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, LA! Big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now the extra point. And it is now 21-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Packers with a football here late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also into field goal range at the 28. They'll throw now on the final play. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago, and that one is still scoreless as they play in the second quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game, and you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you, and you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Rams, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Well, the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They're going to look to throw. Forced out to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On now is the Packers punter as he's on here to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Rams to take over. They've got the lead right now in this contest, and they're coming off that victory a week ago against the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Hands it off out of the gun. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 89 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
2nd and 5. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is most definitely the guy you want running the football when you need the tough yards on 3rd down. And he moves the chains and then some as he shakes off that first contact. And as they said in the 70s, he just keeps right on trucking.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Hits Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there is just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a draw play. This is Jones. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw here. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So he makes the catch, getting settled in here after being on the free agent wire. And so many people are just saying, how is he on the free agent wire?
Well, we know it can't just be talent, right? There's a reason why no one picked him up the entire offseason and into the season. So it had to be other reasons. But if they get those things figured out, they've got a big-time performer.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Rams are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
If we go back to the last series, remember their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
He completes it to Ridley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They'll look to throw here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he will find Ridley on the left side.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Aaron Donald able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
2nd and long. That's take. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
An extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big, you really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter, but do that? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He'll look to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Back to throw again. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Again, he'll drop to throw. Floating one, incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But the absolute pitch is shut out, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you got to like what you saw. What do they call that, a total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Los Angeles, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1.